All right, so this is a 6-zone boiler that we are installing next week. We aren't doing the boiler itself, but we're doing the system. What was happening was that was all steel pipes going to everything, and the steel is corroding and clogging up everything along with wearing out. It was supposed to be sometime before winter, but then this weekend I was there for 9.5 hours with pipes just falling apart on me. So we accelerated it and we just finished prefabbing the plumbing. All that's left is the electrical. We have this mixing valve, so it's 4 zones of baseboard and 2 zones of radiant heat. We will set our radiant heat to about 130 degrees, whereas the baseboard will be set to close to 200. So we have hot coming in over the top, coming down, hitting in over the top, coming down, hitting these 4 zones, 1, 2, 3, 4, coming through, then coming over. When I was there this weekend, it did seem like some of the radiant was running through as if there was a leak, and I had one of the tenants complain to me that her heat never shuts off. So if there is a leak at the end of the radiator loop, it is just consistently pulling hot water out of the boiler. And the boiler is keeping up temperature because the boiler is also used in a indirect storage tank, which will be pulled off after those over here. That's going to be a 1-inch line pulled off over there. So after we're done, that'll eliminate all steel on the project. I never recommend people do steel on their boilers. It messes the entire system up, especially if you go to a high efficiency, even with a Naviclean or some sort of magnet. It still makes it really tough. There's a lot of flushing to do to repair the system after it's been run with steel. And yes, I do know that the boilers themselves are cast iron, so some people say it's a moot point, but I eliminate as much as possible. All right, so one issue with the system is there is no way to purge the current system correctly. As you see, I have, I think, 14 purge points on this alone, so we can get all air out. I do not like air in the system. I guess you'd say I have a vendetta against air in my systems. So we got 14 purge points. There are a few things I wish were a little bit different. I like putting the outlet on the bottom before it goes in, but aesthetically that would look horrible. It doesn't make that much of a difference as long as you have this over here, because it cycles through, up into the zone, down. With this right here, these, I will likely end up taking these handles off and cutting this nub out because it stops it. You only have this option, whereas I like having the full 360 so that I can purge this way out of here. And I also like to be able to flip it all the way around, get this last bit of air out. Like I said, I must have a vendetta against air. Same with these 2 down here. That happens a lot on the systems I build. We were going to do a little bit more of it. Like I said, we kind of had to rush through and push this one a little faster than I expected. If anybody has any recommendations for this, please let me know. Oh, the last thing. This hot and cold mixing valve, I was kind of silly, and I put the hot water on the right and the cold water on the left when I built the board. That is one thing I would like to fix in the future, because this is actually spun backwards, and it has, if you can see it, hot and cold stamped on the brass behind, plus the little tab, but it's okay. We do have the temperature gauge, so we can see exactly what our mix is coming out at. Any suggestions, please let us know. I'm always open to learning. All right, hope you guys enjoyed.